We are retrograding into Jasmeen with House of Chiron, and I am here to make the language of astrology digestible for all of y'all. Not only am I your favorite astrologer, yes, but I am also a Reiki master, your mental health professional, and I have recently added on community activist, okay? All right. So in my absence, I took some time off, so I am happy to be back and doing readings again for you all and doing my astrology forecast. I was trying to keep you all updated with little quick short videos throughout my hiatus, but your girl is back with the extended forecast. And yeah, so if you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button so you will not miss a beat, because I do these things all the time. Every 2 weeks, this is our Galactic Gossip bi-weekly forecast. So it's your 2-week astrology forecast for the energy of the month. And then I do quick shorts throughout the remaining parts of the month to kind of keep you updated of what's coming, what the energy is. And I go into detail on those as well. And yeah, so if you are returning, hello, welcome back. I know I am back. I'm sure you missed me because I missed y'all. All right. Now, with that being said, we are going to get into this energy. I'm happy to be back. I am happy. Let's get on with this new month of August and this new energy. All right. So first and foremost, we're going to be diving into the energy for August the 1st into August the 15th. And at the beginning of the month, we don't have like major energy outside of this full moon that happens on the 1st of the month. So I'm going to talk a little bit about that and then a little bit about like the smaller transits that are happening. So let's dive into this full moon at 9 degrees Aquarius that happens on August 1st at 1:31 p.m. Central Time, because as y'all know, I'm in Texas. All right. So with that being said, this full moon in Aquarius is also a super moon. Okay. So that means that it's going to be closer to Earth. So we are definitely going to be feeling the effects of this energy more. All right. It's also going to be closer to Pluto because, as we know, Pluto was in Aquarius, it's stationed retrograde, and so now it is in Capricorn. It's at the later degrees of Capricorn, so it's close. It's not identified as a conjunction by degree, so it's still very close. So we may or may not even feel that. It just might have a little bit of an influence. But either way, Pluto is intense, okay? It doesn't matter. Now, there might be some unveiling of truth that comes that's associated with this energy, okay? Now, underneath the surface, there are things that are going to be exposed very boldly because we're in Leo season, okay? Now, Leo is loud, bold, and grand in how it does things. It's about, the expression of so much. And with it being opposite this moon, right? That's what creates a full moon. We're going to see that things come out and they are exposed. There might even just be a little bit of a dramatic kind of flare that's added to it. Now, also, this full moon is going to be forming what is known as a T-square with Jupiter. So a T-square is when we have two squares in an opposition. So it is going to be the sun and moon in that opposition, and the square is going to be between the sun to Jupiter and the moon to Jupiter. So it's literally making a triangle, okay? Now, this is a very at first, think later kind of energy, and that opposition, between the sun and moon could be building that tension that is pushed towards that Jupiter area, right? So think of it like this triangle kind of aspect, where the opposition, that straight line, is creating that tension and it's building and it's pushing towards that, like an arrow pushing towards that Jupiter energy so we can express it out. And that's kind of like the outcome. Now, the good thing is that it's Jupiter, and Jupiter is about expansion. It's about, abundance and benevolence and whatnot. But also it can be about overinflation, doing something too much, over exaggerating things, or just being overwhelmed. So there might be an overwhelming energy that comes associated with this full moon. Now, with that, using the initiative and decisiveness to turn our thoughts into actions that can also kind of help us with harnessing and using this energy in a positive light. Now, alternatively, there are some other things that are going on. Okay. Now, there might be some bouts of like pessimism coming through because the ruler of this moon is Saturn, right? So the traditional ruler of Aquarius is Saturn, and also Uranus, and Uranus is going to be kind of like not necessarily in a square to this energy, but it's in that Taurus energy, which is square to Aquarius. So the pessimism could come because Saturn is there, and Saturn is opposing Mercury. Mercury is our thoughts, it's our communication, our ideas, and how we relate to things. And so Saturn can bring, when it's in an opposition like that, it can bring a little bit of pessimism. Now, we can kind of combat this with that Jupiter square energy by using that tension, using that pessimistic vibe in order to kind of like really focus on the optimism that's present. And moving forward towards that, if we just kind of continuously put our thoughts into actions, positive thoughts into actions, that is. Now, Mars is also in Virgo. Okay. And Mars in Virgo is trining that Jupiter energy, which happens to be in Taurus, right? So this is going to be bringing that optimism, the good fortune, and the successful outcomes due to those thought out actions, right? Because Mars is in Virgo, you got to make sure that you are thinking in detail and carrying those actions out with precision. Okay. Now, that's the energy for this moon. Now, really quickly, for the rest of the week, we have, like I said, that Mars trining Jupiter energy. So, that's great for getting things done with optimism. Our work ethic and dedication will be great. And then also Mercury in Virgo is opposing Saturn. So, boundaries or other things that are like rigid, or rigidly censoring us from speaking and talking and, being ourselves, that could also be kind of a thing. And then we have Sun squaring Jupiter. So just check, it's an ego check, basically. Venus retrograde, which is in Leo, is going to be squaring Uranus also this week. So we might be getting some shocks and surprises about the values that we are under or uncovering more so because, it's a retrograde. Also, we have the sun making a conjunction with Venus retrograde at 20 degrees Leo, right? So that happens on August 13th. And so this might be a realization or some type of illumination about the values that we are rethinking at this time. Okay, so now let's dive into these really quick announcements before we get into the readings for all 12 signs for the full moon in Aquarius. Okay, so announcements. I have officially launched the House of Chiron swag. Our merch is available. So you can look in the House of Chiron community here on YouTube, or you can go to my TikTok. It's linked there. You can go to the website, hit that description box below. We have shirts. We have the Astro and Afro shirt line. We have the Cosmically Locked shirt line. We have some hats. We have tote bags, all the things. So go ahead and check out the merch. Really cute, really great quality, has a nice stretch, nice feel to it. I have been working on these things. I will be posting like a video about how it came about. So just kind of keep watch of all of that. And yeah, I'm excited about it. So I'll be making another formal announcement of the merch swag line here on YouTube, as well as my other platforms. It's already out. Okay. Also, we still have the free ebook that's on my website. So go ahead and navigate to my website, houseofchirontx.org, and get your free ebook that goes into detail about all of the astrological energy. It's about 30 pages of astrology info insight for the free $99. Okay. So that is all of the announcements that I have. Oh, wait, no, one more. I am closing down the astrology readings. This month will be the last month, so get yours now. I'm closing them down. I start school again on August 21st, so get your readings. That's all I gotta say. Get your readings. Make sure you're booking your Reiki and all of the things. All right. Now, that's it. Let's dive into the readings for all 12 signs. And before we dive, just want to remind you to listen for your sun, moon, and rising signs. Okay, so you can get a well-rounded view of all the energy that's coming for you with this energy. Okay, we're going to be discussing the full moon at 9 degrees Aquarius that happens on August 1st. And so your sun sign is going to be secondary. Okay, and it's not first and primary. Your sun sign readings is mostly about your focus, your goals, maybe even your career. And first and foremost should be your rising sign, so your ascendant. Now that is going to be the most accurate reading for your sign. I use whole sign astrology. I use a combination of both Western and traditional. So just kind of take that into consideration, that you are listening first and primary for your ascendant, secondary is your sun, and last but not least will be your moon, because that is more subjective. That is about your internal world, it's about your emotional capacities. It can relate to your home and family life, as well as your current living situations. All right, so let's get started first and foremost with Aquarius. I'm doing it a little different. Y'all thought I was going to say Aries. Nope. All right, so let's get started with Aquarius, sun, moon, and rising. This Aquarius full moon is happening in your sign. Okay, so this is in your first house. So the house of the self, your self-image, your outlook of the world, how you show up, how you are seen and received by others, how you initiate things, is your confidence. So you might be coming to a culmination, or there might be some things that are kind of like exploding and bursting out, being innovative, changing your style, or you are recognizing the full expression of something that you started 6 months ago, during Aquarius season. And it's now coming to fruition. It's now coming out to the forefront with this, that you're like, okay, I recognize how far I've come. I recognize that, I have completely changed who it is that, I am showing up as over the last 6 months. And, you might be receiving some type of recognition for who it is that you are, how you are showing up, and the changes that you have made. Okay, so for Pisces, sun, moon, and rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 12th house. All right, so this is the house of mental health, spirituality. This is also creativity and the things that are unseen, and things that are coming undone. So there might be a releasing of things. You might be coming to the ending of like a retreat, a spiritual retreat, or maybe a mental health crisis could be coming to an end, or you're receiving some type of revelations, or even some help from the unseen, from the other world, right, that we can't see. Maybe your ancestors or your spirit guides are giving you some help and some insight on that. Also pay attention to your dreams, Pisces. You could be receiving insight, some help or some guidance along the way about your next steps, or about, just a wrapping up of this cycle that we are coming out of. Okay. Now, Aries, sun, moon, and rising. This Aquarius full moon is happening in your 11th house, and this is the house of your friends, your network, your social groups and connections, your goals, hopes, and wishes, the material gains. And so you could be receiving a payout, or you could be wrapping up a cycle when it comes to the large organizations that you have affiliated with, or large groups of people, or even friendships. Okay, so you could have seen that you have achieved a certain amount of goals, or a specific goal even, whether it's, you wanted to have new friends, maybe you set that intention, 6 months ago, you wanted to make new friends, you wanted to connect with new people, and you're recognizing that you've done that, or that you are releasing certain people that you were affiliating with because you're embarking on a new journey, or you are letting one aspect of your goals go in order to embark on a new set of goals, like you are leveling up. Okay, now for Taurus, sun, moon, and rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 10th house of career, public image, and responsibilities, as well as your social status. So you are recognizing the fruits of your labor when it comes to your work. Now, maybe you set an intention for, starting a new career or getting into a new field, and now you are recognizing the how far you have come, and you are, wrapping up this cycle. Doesn't necessarily mean that you're ending a job. As for some Taurus rising, some of us, we are actually letting something go, or we are just kind of coming to an end of a certain cycle, recognizing how far we've actually come, taking in the fruits of our labor, whether it was through frustration, and you are embarking on or pushing forward through, the optimism and allowing that growth to happen. And it's very interesting because I'm a Taurus ascendant and I started a new job. I'll give y'all an update on that in a little bit. So there you have that. Now for Gemini, sun, moon, and rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 9th house. And so this is the house of your higher education, long distance journeys, traveling, your beliefs, mentorship, your life path, all of those different things. So this is also like, about your moral and ethical values. So you could be recognizing that you are embracing, or you have come to a culmination or a level of completion when it comes to your belief systems and your values, and maybe even your life path. You have achieved something. Also, this could indicate that you're going to be going on a traveling situation or trip, or there's an opportunity that has presented itself, or something you have been saving up towards. That could be that, or maybe you're launching something that is associated with your life path, maybe even an educational pursuit you could be wrapping up or coming to an ending of, and you could be embarking on maybe a new level of like higher education or beliefs or something along those lines. All right, so for Cancer, sun, moon, and rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 8th house of joint finances and shared resources. Is about debt and karma. This is about rebirth and transformation. So also intimacy and intimate relationships. So you are coming to an ending of a cycle, right? So things coming out to the surface, right? So secrets, right? This 8th house also, as well as the energy that's associated with this full moon. So secrets and things, maybe it could be subconscious or even psychological secrets, things that you weren't aware of about yourself when it comes to your relationship with money, or resources that you get from other people. Maybe you are getting a new debt, and it doesn't necessarily have to be a negative type of debt, like you're buying a house or you got approved for a loan or something along those lines. And now you're embarking on like a new journey, but you're releasing one aspect of yourself in this situation, in this area, in order to embark on a new. Okay. This also could indicate that you are eliminating debt as well. So you could be paying something off. A loan could be coming to its culmination, and you could be releasing something along those lines. Could be an intimate relationship, could be a debt, it could be a secret, it could be an inheritance that's coming through for you. Any of those 8th house type of energies. All right. So for Leo, sun, moon, and rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 7th house of relationships, partnerships, marriage, contracts, commitments, interpersonal relationships, the connection between you and others. So this could be that you're coming to an ending, or you're wrapping up a cycle when it comes to relationships and how you relate to other people, how you are connecting with other people. This also could mean that, relationships are ending, or that you are ending one phase of a relationship in order to embark on another phase, or you're signing a new contract, or you are, embarking on new documentation for whatever reason. It could be legal things. It could be that you are actually getting married. So that could be like a legal document that you're signing, and you're embarking on a new level of your relationship. But also you're having to release a level of your relationship as well. There could be like a little bit of frustration or tension that's building with this, but it's ultimately providing you growth that's going to bring some type of abundance. Okay. Now, for Virgo, sun, moon, and rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 6th house of work routines, your health, your daily habits and things of that nature, employees, maybe even your pets. So this could be the ending of, like, for those who are pet owners, could be the ending of like a health situation when it comes to like your pet, or even your own health situation. Your daily routines and your habits, maybe even your diet is changing, or you letting something go because you're looking to have a new lifestyle. I'm letting this go, with how I eat or how I function from day to day, or I'm releasing or launching something when it comes to your work. Or you could be, having a different experience when it comes to the people that you work with, because 6th house is also employees. So that is also something to consider, that, it could be your daily routines is changing because your work is changing. Also, maybe you're moving to a different job, or you're letting your job go. Also possible. All right. So for Libra, sun, moon, and rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 5th house of children, romance, creative self-expression, creative projects, joy, fun, hobbies, your inner child, that innocence. And so maybe you are allowing something to die in order for something to be reborn. Maybe you have not, or you have not been able to really like enjoy yourself but you're embracing the innocence. You're embracing the romance of life. And it doesn't necessarily mean a romantic situation, but it definitely can be like a romantic partnership, but also just the romance of life, right? In general, that you are allowing things to, you know, creative things to happen. You're allowing yourself to have new experiences and getting back into hobbies and experiencing joy. Those are all high possibilities, or even launching a creative project that you have been working on, or having a new experience, or releasing an old experience with your children. Or this could be that you're actually having children, that you are giving birth, or something along those lines. Okay, so for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 4th house of home, family, your living situations, real estate, situations with your mom, your family history and lineage. So you could be finding out secrets and things about your family, about your mother. It doesn't necessarily have to be bad things. It could just kind of be eye-opening, shocking information that helps you grow and have a different level of understanding about some things. To where you kind of start moving different, maybe thinking different psychologically, you know, different things like that. Also, there might be where you are letting something go when it comes to like your home, or, you know, with the feminine relationship that you have. It could be your mom, aunt, you know, any kind of like matriarchal energy that's in your life. Okay. So there's definitely like a releasing or an ending of a cycle when it comes to something that is bringing you a sense of security and safety and groundedness, and you're embarking on it in a different way that's going to be bringing forth some type of expansion. All right, so for Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 3rd house of your immediate environment, your neighbors, your siblings, your immediate family, your close family, like your cousins, things of that nature. Also your transportation, lower level education. Like 3rd house is loaded, it's small business. So, you know, you might be creating some different type of planning. You might have an increase in communication with siblings, or you are letting go of an old type of connection or relationship, or how you connected with your siblings or your cousins or your neighbors or however, and you're embarking on a new level of that. So for like your small business, maybe you're launching something, maybe you are planning something, or maybe you are investing in education. Maybe you're picking up a new certification, a trade or a skill, or you're launching or you're completing a trade or a skill at this time. Okay, so for Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Rising, this Aquarius full moon is happening in your 2nd house. So this is like an ending of a income situation, right? So maybe you were at a certain level of income, you had a certain type of relationship with your income, and so you're letting something go in order to embark on something, or you're allowing something to dissolve, or you're being more innovative and more eccentric, more creative with how you go about creating streams of income, or letting certain possessions go. Could be something in order to bring in income. You could be selling things off, or getting rid of something, or maybe even quitting like one job in order to embrace, you know, entrepreneurship as an example. But also this has a lot to do with your relationships. Okay, so you could be letting go of a relationship, and it could also be like a partnership, an intimate relationship, or a business connection. You're letting something go, or you are being released from something so you can experience something different. All right, so that is all that I have for you for the first 2 weeks of August. And this Aquarius full moon is here to help us to kind of like release and experience something new, embark on something that is different, you know, kind of get out of the status quo kind of energy, and expand our horizons, right? You know, Aquarius is all about innovation. It's about detachment. It's about being open, as well as being able to bring in community, right? So expand what that means for you. All right. So once again, just real quick announcements. I have the House of Chiron swag line that is out. So go to my website, check that out. Description box is below. The free ebook is there as well. And I'm closing my readings in August. It's the last month. So book yours. Also get your Reiki appointments. Those are available too. All right. So I want y'all to have a wonderful first 2 weeks of August, and I will connect with you soon. Bye.